This guy calls me up 21st of December and he goes, Johan, you changed my life. I just wanted to say thank you. It's Christmas time. I want to send you a bottle of champagne. I said, all right, cool. Thanks, man. But who are you? He goes, 3 months ago, I signed up for your software. My wife was telling me to go drive an Uber. My business had crashed. I couldn't afford to pay my daughter's school fees. Like, life was really rock bottom.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the 1% Podcast. I'm your host, Vin, and
I'm Shane.
And today we are here with my man, Johan. He is joining us at 6 a.m. his time because he is in Australia, but he is dedicated to being here, telling us all about his multifaceted personality, his eclectic business experience, and we are going to get into all of it. And I'll let the man intro himself, even though he's a man who needs no intro. He could do it best. Johan, thanks for joining us.
Yo, what's up, man? Guys, thank you so much for having me. It is an honor. It's a pleasure. And you guys have made me laugh. Like, we've had a great little catch up 2 minutes before this, and I've never laughed so much. So thank you, guys. It's great to be here. What would you like to know? Tell me.
Oh, man. Well, listen, the listeners have no idea about you. I know a little bit about you, and I still feel like I have no idea about you. Can you list out some of the things right now that you're working on and you're most excited about? And then we'll dive in from there.
Yeah, for sure. So my background is as a scientist. So I did my PhD in secondary biofuels and climate change. Absolutely nothing to do with what I do right now, but that gave me the brain for everything that I do has to be replicatable. And once I got into the business world, everything has to be scalable. So we leverage technology and we scale businesses. Everything that we build is so that people can benefit. Our ethos is that the bigger businesses that we can grow, the more people we can hire. The more people we can hire, the more families get fed. The more families that get fed, those people are happy. And those kids grow up in an innovative, chilled out, relaxed environment, which then turns into leaders, and then they go on to build better communities. So that's a little bit about our inner workings. I didn't want to get so deep so early into the thing, but it's good. Technology, guys, we have never ever lived in an age like we have right now. What we have achieved we've got access to AI in the last 2 years, right? So what we have achieved in our companies in the last 2 years is ridiculous. Things that used to take us 6 months now take us a couple of days. I'll give you one quick example. The other day, we put out a little tender for a project, and 3 people quoted. One was about 50,000, one was 90,000, the other one was 60,000. And I told one of my friends about this, and he said, "Dude, have you seen this new AI?" I said, "No." He goes, "Show me." And so I showed him the brief, and in 5 minutes, he did 80% of the work. Now, these other dev houses quoted us 3 months, 60,000. In 5 minutes, he did all of that. Like, it's ridiculous where technology is, where it's going. It's still in its infancy. It is the worst that it's ever going to be today. So it's only going to keep getting better with our voice technology. And we'll get into all of this. I'm giving you little hints and tips of what we're going to be talking about, but we'll get into this. Our voice technology, our AI voice is now closing at 80%, right? And our closers that we've had for many years, they could do 5 or 6 good calls a day. My voice AI can do 50. Our revenue has shot up because of that. Our identification of our ideal clients. We know anything and everything about a person before we even interact with them. So therefore now we don't spend any time wasting time because we know exactly who we're talking to. We know everything about their business. We know all their pain points. And it's all thanks to clicking one button, and the AI summarizes an entire person's life and what their aspirations are. So now we can close them quicker, if that's what we want to do. So guys, there's tons that I could talk about, and I can do lectures on, on this stuff for 8 hours. I'll come back into I'll bring it so that we can have a nice discussion. 4 years ago, we bought 8 companies, and this is before AI came about. So we bought 8 companies, and we put it all together and started selling this thing. And in our first 6 months, we got 12 clients. That is horrible. I've never had 12 clients in my life, right? I said to my business partner, I'm like, dude, man, what are we doing wrong? Why is it so crazy? And so we interviewed all our people, and they said, man, whatever you guys are saying sounds awesome, but there's so much change, we can't handle it. We're going to have to hire 5 people to run this technology. We went, oh, too much confusion. A confused mind doesn't buy. So out of the people who did buy, we said, hey, which one did you like? And then we went out and they told us it's the lead generation piece. And then we went out and interviewed people and said, hey, which of these do you like? Everyone was on the lead generation. We tweaked our message. The next week we had 100. 2 weeks later we had 200. By the end of the month we had 500 clients. A couple of years later we're at 2,500 clients. And products got different iterations, etc. So, and now AI has become the mainstream. Back then, everybody was like, ooh, AI, no, it's just a fad, it's going to go away. And adoption of AI was very low. Now everybody knows it. Now if I'd say to you, hey, we've got a voice AI that's closing at 80%, you go, yeah, cool. Everybody does. Who doesn't? You know what I mean? Whereas back then, you're like, what are you talking about? No, you're going to steal jobs, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, all right. So now we've brought it back into the realm of AI, closing, lead generation. Guys, let's have a discussion. Vin, you know a little bit about what we do. So lead the way.
Well, first, I think it's extremely important for all of the listeners, and Shane especially, because he's sitting here. You didn't tell anyone the name. Tell them who you are. What's the company?
For sure. So the company is called whitelabelsuite.com. So whitelabelsuite.com. And what our primary clients are is digital agencies. So they jump onto our tech, they white label it, they can then sell it for whatever price they want. They sell it in 3 different business models. They can sell it, generate leads for their clients. So they can sell pay per lead. They can sell it as a subscription to their clients, so their clients can use it. Or they can generate leads for their clients and sell them the closed, booked appointments. So I'm sure you've seen all those ads where people go, I guarantee you 30 leads in 30 days and don't pay me anything, all that kind of stuff. This is how they do it, right? So we have a sequence that's proven where we can reach out to someone, bring them into the fold, nurture them, and then pass them along to whoever needs them.
Cool. I love it.
So Shane, I'm going to give you one quick little example, and then we'll get into it. This guy calls me up 21st of December, and he goes, Johan, you changed my life. I just wanted to say thank you. It's Christmas time. I want to send you a bottle of champagne. I said, all right, cool. Thanks, man. But who are you? He goes, 3 months ago, I signed up for your software. My wife was telling me to go drive an Uber. My business had crashed. I couldn't afford to pay my daughter's school fees. Like, life was really rock bottom. And in the last 2 months, on average, I made $80,000. I said, man, can I swear on this? Anyway, I go, man, that's BS. What do you mean you made $80,000? Who does that? And so I said, tell me exactly what you did. And so he said, okay, I went into your software and I looked for all the CEOs in the rich part of town. I then looked for all the real estate agents that service that part of town. I set up a website. By the way, this day and age, websites, it's literally a half an hour job, right? I set up a website which positioned me as a buyer's agent for high net worth individuals. So all the real estate agents are looking at my profile going, hey, this guy has got some high net worth individuals as leads. He then reached out, so that profile's done. He says, hey, Mr. Real Estate Agent, I've got too many leads. Would you like those leads? Now, in Australia, I don't know how your system works there, but in Australia, the real estate agents make a very healthy commission. The houses, the area that he was targeting, they sell for between 2 million to 40 million. So there's a huge commission check to the real estate agents, right? So he goes, I've got too many leads. I'm going to sell you the leads on a flat fee of $2,000 per lead. Would you like the leads? If you do, say yes, and I'll put you on my list. And when I get a new lead, I'm going to send them to you. You pay me the money, and I will work with you until that lead is closed. So that's his promise to them. That's his guarantee. Now he goes to the AI and goes, find me all the CEOs in this area who invest in property. So he finds all the CEOs in the area who invest in property. He gets 1,000. He then sends him an email. Hey, Mr. CEO, I know you run XYZ company and that you also invest in property. We've got 3 amazing deals that have a great ROI. Are you interested in checking those out? Out of the 1,000, 400 replied and said, yes, I am. As soon as they say, yes, I am, an email automation comes through and says, great, I'll get those deals to you in a second. Answer these 3 questions. Basically, how much money do you have to spend? What's the time frame? And city, countryside, or seaside. They go click, 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 and an automation goes out to the real estate agent, and the real estate agent goes, I want this lead, and I'll buy it. What happens to all the other real estate agents on their database? They go, you missed out. So it trains them to put it into the primary inbox and for them to go, next time, ping me, notify me. So out of the 400, he sold 40 of those leads at $2,000 a pop, and that's how he made his $80,000. So that's a quick little story about the power of AI because it knows everything about the person before you reach out to them.
I feel like you and I are going to be best friends. So yeah, I there's no point in going over my whole detailed background, but I just feel that Johan and I are going to be best friends. And for those of you guys who've been following this podcast, I feel like you already know why. But I have incorporated AI for the last year into my business. I have close to 500 employees right now currently. And the way AI has transitioned our entire business is amazing. I mean, we probably make about 800 to 1,000 calls on a daily basis just through AI. The emails that we're able to send out are probably close to about 70,000 on a daily basis just for the prospecting elements. I mean, we sell this as far as our services too, but we don't even go close to like a SaaS company or utilizing it as a white labeling. So you're hired, obviously. This, like, every person that Vin brings on, it's disgusting. It's like a close ratio. You know,
Shane, this is actually a bigger ploy. The podcast is a second stream of income for me for all the referral bonuses I collect.
yeah. But no, you're absolutely right, and I don't want to go into this because I just want to schedule some time with you personally and tell you what we got going on and see how we can benefit from each other. And I don't want to spend the whole time going into this, but we just became best friends. You don't even know it, Johan. So yeah, this is really awesome. It's a very big need right now, and you're absolutely right. This is what we preach on our podcast: is that AI is here. It's not going anywhere. It's taking over the world. You either get with the program or it's going to close you down. I own a virtual assistant company. What's the first thing that's going to go? Virtual assistants, right? Taking away US jobs, employment. It's happening, right? Elon Musk said it best is I think the bigger issue is determining what humans' worth is going to be, right? Especially when it comes to, I'm sure it's in Australia, but the United States, a lot of people realize who they are is through their job, right? So when you take that away, now it's okay, well, what is mankind really going to be about, especially when all of these robots come into place, which you can actually pre-order on Tesla. Go to Tesla's website, We Robot. The pre-orders start in December, guys. It's here, right? AI, we're on the bare bones, like essential for just what we can actually accomplish. It's going to be crazy when things elevate towards it. But anyways, I'm glad that you're doing this. I'm glad that you actually have been doing this for over 2 years. I think it's absolutely nuts where you've currently been. 2,500 clients in 2 years is amazing. Good for you for niching down. Good for you for realizing what you have and making it profitable for not only just your company but also for your clients, for them to be able to utilize that and profit off it. I think it's phenomenal. I think if anybody has gotten further than the first 6 minutes of Johan talking without going to his website, you're absolutely crazy. Go right now, go to his website, fill out more information so you can talk to a member of his team.
Well,
Wow.
you actually won't talk to a member of his team. What you'll do is you'll talk to AI. So in my first call with Johan, he had me go through the process, and I still need to sign up for it. I'll be honest, Johan, I forgot to do it because after I got off the call with you, it just didn't happen. But it was a fascinating conversation. His AI answered all of my questions. I felt very taken care of, and gotta be honest, I enjoyed her tone of voice. She wasn't getting snappy with me. It's so nice not having to deal with somebody who's annoyed trying to talk to you.
Dude, last week we were at a conference in Dallas. So I'm a bit jet lagged right now. Just flew back. And so there was 1,000 people at the conference. We picked up 300 new clients. Our booth, like all the other booths, were at 7 p.m. Like everybody's in the parties, etc. Our booth kept going until 10:30 p.m. From 7 a.m. until 10:30 p.m. We had people lining up the next morning at 7 a.m. with their credit cards. Like the booth opens at 8. I felt like the freaking Apple store. I've never experienced that in my life. And everybody kept coming over going, guys, what's going on? What's going on? And everybody's got these fancy screens. And, some of my friends over there, they spend 200,000-300,000 just on their booths, right? We just had one big banner with 4 robots there and 2 little side banners. And we said, this is our 4 robot system. It's going to solve all your problems. Come check it out. Our first robot generates the leads. Our second robot talks to them. Third robot calls them, closes them. The fourth robot onboards them, supports them, and upsells them. It was the easiest. It wasn't even a pitch. It's just like, this is how business is done right now, and you can sell You can sell the system to businesses. So our clients are actually inputting this into businesses for $20,000-$30,000 setup fee, and then $3,000-$4,000 ongoing a month. The reason being, it's so valuable. It replaces about 8 people, and people say, you're going to take jobs, this and that. No, we're making everything more efficient. Business owners can grow better, quicker, faster once they systemize it. We're seeing the biggest transition in wealth right now. All the baby boomers, they've got businesses that they cannot sell because it relied on them. The businesses that we're building right now, they are extremely saleable, extremely scalable. And with this technology, the valuation goes up because you're not relying on key people. Like the systems are getting it all done. You're talking about the robots next year so we just said, guys, we're coming back to this conference. We're going to have the biggest booth because we were just out of, not to show off, but we literally want to show a process. We've got a design of the booth. Come here, generate leads. Come here, talk to the bot. Come here, experience the voice, design it all, and now set up your support. So we're going to have a little mechanism, and we're going to have the Tesla robots, if they're available, there on the stand. It's going to be freaking cool.
Why not? Yeah. I mean, that's going to be eye candy alone. I told my wife, she's like, I don't mind you buying it, but as long as it's not in the house, because I don't want that thing, especially for the first model. I'm like, all right, now I got to get an office to put this robot in so I can kind of figure it out.
iRobot in real life, man. You can't.
Well, she's very close-minded in technology in the first place. So, we have our own debates, but I think that's amazing. And once again, way to take advantage of the technology that's been here for years that people have kind of been hiding away. Like, you took advantage of something. How can I best make this analogy for everybody else? You know how people who hate cold calling, like 25, 30 years ago, 50 years ago, the people who hated cold calling but still smile and dialed every single day who became successful, those are the people that are successful. Johan was the one who took AI, saw the opportunities that it had, created an entire new business, and within a couple of years is able to grow this exponentially. Like, you are that type of entrepreneur. I love hearing this. This is such a huge success story. And I can't tell you right now, I should be emailing you right now as we speak, face to face, of how I'm going to be using you. It's unbelievable. I'm super excited.
Oh no, Shane! Save the juicy details of how you intend to use Johan for the viewers.
To be honest, I can't even focus on this podcast for how excited I am to talk about Johan, because this is revolutionary. This is what I've been trying to do in-house. Like, he's already where I want to be. Like, we've been talking about this. I've been talking about this on the podcast about the AI transitions that I've been making the past year. Having the cold call, the inbound, the outbound, the prospecting, transitioning to my AI VAs so I can offer this for my clients. He's already has a built-in product that works, that's a solution for, it sounds like, for getting the leads, for calling them, for closing them, for onboarding. Thankfully, I have that small thing where I can do graphic design, video editing, accounting, but I'm sure he's already got that too. That software is where it needs to be, and that's where I saw that 7-8 months ago. And he's like, I saw a couple of years ago, Shane. Like, come on. Shane. So I'm about to learn from this software, and he's what he's got.
Shane.
Dude, I got to tell you, this whole system that we've put together. So we've had a lead generation system for 4 years, and that's been our flagship product. 10 weeks ago, I went for a walk, and I took this beautiful device with me, which is our iPhone. Everybody has one now. Or Android, and ChatGPT is loaded on there, and everybody has access to ChatGPT. And I used the free version because I was too lazy to log in. And I saw all these entrepreneurs online going, "Hey, I asked ChatGPT to build me a new business, and I'm now making an extra $5,000, etc." I went, "Okay, cool. Let me see how I can push this thing to the limit." So I said, "Hey, ChatGPT, this is my team. This is my product. This is my systems. This is what we do. This is how we do it. This is your budget. And your objective is to build an extra $10 million as a profit center for me by next December. 2 hours later. So I talked to it for 20 minutes. I ask it, tell me what prompt should I ask you? Tell me what I need to ask you to help you craft this thing and give me different scenarios. 2 hours later, like I go for a walk. I'm walking for 2 hours. I'm so excited. I'm like buzzing. I'm nearly running. And I end up with a document that's 400 pages long. And it's a playbook on how to take a brand new company. Like, so one of my commands to it was, it has to be a brand new company that doesn't exist, that I want to do from scratch, so I can get on stage and talk about how ChatGPT helped me build a $10 million brand new company from scratch. So, and with as least people as possible, because just that week I'd heard Sam Altman talk about it's going to be the rise of the billion-dollar entrepreneur. We are going to see CEOs who run very lean teams that can build a billion-dollar company. That is one of our objectives, right? So ChatGPT comes back. It says, hey, right now you're targeting digital agencies and you're targeting GHL-focused digital agencies. That's our 2,500 clients. Why don't you target every sales professional in the United States? Oh, okay, cool. So now robot number one is reaching out to every sales professional all day, every day, and saying, hey, Shane, you're in sales. Would love for you to check out this brand new tool. It's AI. It's in beta. Come check it out. The video goes for 3 minutes, and I'll give you $50 off your first month. That's the entire cold email. Shane goes, that's interesting. 3 minutes, and in brackets, it's got, you can watch it on 2.5 times if you want. Click watch. As soon as you watch it, you're like, wow, this is a damn good thing. And then in the bottom, it's got the little chat bot, which talks to you. Any questions? Can I help you? And if you don't have any questions, you're going to sign up. But if you do have questions, you can ask it any questions. And it'll literally write out all your campaigns. We have watched it. People go to it and go, talk to me in Spanish. And it's talking to them in Spanish. And I didn't even know it could do this, right? My business partner, I'm like, bro, this thing's talking in Spanish. Did you program it to do that? He's like, I had no idea. So now we're closing. We're getting all these clients in Spanish that I had no idea it could do. Anyway, and so after that, it's onboarding them and supporting them and upselling them. Now, back 8 weeks ago, we had the upsell. The upsell was $10,000. In our Slack channel, my team sells our normal software for $2,400, which is a lead generation software. $2,400 a year. That's what they're selling all day long. So we just see 2,400, 2,400, and then we see 10,000. And my team's like, whoa, who did that sale? And then another 10,000. It's like, whoa, who's Falco? Go Falco, right? And then I'm like, boys, I'm sorry, but that's an AI. And they're like, dude, the AI is closing $10,000 sales. They're closing $2,400 sales. They're making 6-7 calls a day. The AI is making 50, and we can ramp that up. But we just want to make sure we don't break the systems. This experiment that we did, it's not a brag. It's just to show you the power of AI. In 8 weeks, has done $120,000. We didn't touch it. It's found money. Like, we're like, dude, did we just figure out an infinite money hack? Like, what the hell? And all day, every day, there's new clients coming in. In my business right now, people buy into the business because of me and my business partner. We have influence. We're on YouTube, we're in our groups, all this kind of stuff. People buy it for us. We know that. That's the punt that they take. But this other business that's brand new doesn't rely on us. No one's ever seen us. There's no faces. And they're just buying it from the bots, and they're getting upsold by the bots. And we're like, what is going on? This is insane. So yeah, here we are.
I don't know what more to say, Vin. I
Just
have
listen.
a billion freaking questions.
Okay, listen, you're fangirling too much. You save it for later, because I know what you're going to say. You're just going to repeat how amazing he is, and everyone who's been listening for the past 30 minutes
Absolutely.
already see that, Shane. They don't need you to parrot it.
Guys, let's talk about the power of the technology, right? So now we've got lead magnets. Who's ever downloaded a lead magnet before? Hey, enter in your name and email, and you get that ebook, and it sits on your hard drive. You never do anything with it. Now we ask them for their name and their phone number, and we say, hey, can we text this thing to you? Whatever it is. It's a video or a book, whatever it is. And they say yes. And the AI, we've programmed it to be a little bit cheeky now. So it says, hey, Shane, I know you downloaded the thing. Here it is. By the way, I'm not stalking you, but I already know everything about you and your goals. Would you like me to tell you what I know? You're like, okay. Now it's creating engagement, right? You're like, okay, yeah, sure, smartass. Tell me what you know about me. And then by the time you're done talking to it, you're like, how did it know this stuff? Because the only information you've given it is your name, your website, your phone number, and it knows everything about you because it's gone and it's done its research, and
No,
it knows about your goals, and it knows how to get you there. And then at the end of the day, it's going to sell you the solution. And it all starts with leads. There's no business on the planet that doesn't need more leads. So that
that's
is the first product that we always.
a freaking game changer, man. I mean, and this is stuff that everybody already knows. It's just that you've tweaked it and you've enhanced this to actually create a system that creates money at will. Vin, I feel like you're sleeping on not fangirling on Johan about this is what I live and breathe and do, right? I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. And prior to this, I owned marketing companies. Like if this program is just so massive, like I just personally want to see this freaking thing in action because this is what I've been working on. This guy's already here. Like this guy is like my Tony Robbins aspect over here. Johan, I can't wait to just be best friends with you. And your freaking board game character. We haven't even the board game aspect here, but I mean that's on a different level of nerd out here. I feel like we need to put like money in this, like for who's going to win on a board game, and like I get free service or I'm doubling. That's what it comes down to.
I've never thought that Shane would cheat on his wife, but now I'm not so sure.
Man, you guys are hilarious.
You don't see somebody that often that's where you want to be. And I've met him within 26 minutes, and I can proudly say that. Like, Johan, your company is exactly what I've been trying to build. And I have a very big virtual assistant company, and I'm transitioning into that with AI. And your company is exactly where I'm trying to go. And I honestly feel that your systems alone are going to get me to where I need to be. And I think the information that you have shared is going to help a lot of other people, and it just needs to get the word out there. Like it's just unbelievable, guys. And you're right. I've never fangirled about this with anybody. And I've met celebrities and athletes and billionaires, but when you meet somebody in your industry that's where you already are and that's where you want to be, it's a different ballgame. Because everything that he's talking about is exactly what I live and breathe on a daily freaking basis. It's amazing.
I'm gonna just log off.
Dude.
You go ahead. You keep going, Shane. I'll just get out, so I'm not interrupting nothing.
How about that? You blocked off this entire month, dude. Like,
now, guys, so I get this reaction because we're a fully white labeled system. Like there's no ego in our business. When we took away the ego, our company used to be called Comet Suite. And we had this ego about how great we are and, our technology is the best. And 3 years ago now, when we became White Label Suite, we allowed other people to claim the technology as theirs. We just want to sit in the background and build and build and build. It gives us peace of mind because we don't have to worry about, we put up videos all day long. The story that I just told you about the ChatGPT thing, it's documented on YouTube because every week with our people, you can just go to White Label Suite and in YouTube and you can watch it. We put up a playlist. Over 6 weeks, we showed them exactly the prompts, everything that we use to build out the AI for the voice, the AI for the conversation, the emails, everything. And it's all documented. And we told our clients, go copy us. Copy everything that we do. Go charge $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 setups. This is what you need to do in order to transform these businesses. So this technology, it's fully, you can white label and claim it as yours. And it is transforming businesses. I've never seen so many people, jump on this and they come to me, they're like, dude, you have no idea what you have done. You have no idea the power that this thing is. On the plane back, I was sitting down talking to an Amazon guy. He works for Amazon, and we're in the bulkhead because the entire premium and first class was all filled up with his clients. He's like, dude, we just took 64 of our people to Dallas. We're all flying back. And me and him are having this great conversation. And he's like, man, your technology, he goes, all those people in the front, they all need it. So the price points, these people are willing to pay $200,000, $300,000, $500,000 for these setups to systemize their businesses. They've got call centers. They've got this old way of doing things. And again, with call centers, I'm not putting call centers out of business, but if you can give them the hottest leads, that this is the system. The system is the first one generates the leads, the second one talks to them, the third one closes them, the fourth one it delivers and then upsells. And Shane, it'll plug into your business very easily because now what happens when somebody's got leads? They don't have enough other systems, resources to cater to them. What do they need? They need VAs to help them. And
Yeah,
that's where it plugs in.
that's exactly where my mind went immediately, was like a support manager that essentially can help things out. But stop it, Johan. This is for the private one-on-one sessions. I love it. I don't know what more to ask my guy here. Clearly,
I
I feel
do.
like we could
I
talk for hours and hours.
Yay! Let's go, Vid. Thanks, Shane.
Shane, you're blinded by love. It's okay. Just sit back and listen. I have a few more questions for our friend,
Let's
and
rock.
they're all. And listen, I absolutely do love the AI. I need the link again so that I could sign up. So make sure that you send it to me, because I had meant to do it and I dropped the ball. But Shane obviously won't. Shane will sign up right before we're even done with the call. But I'm super curious, man, because I want to know a little bit more, and I want the listeners to know a little bit more too. Because one of the things that not only impresses me about you is not just what you do business wise. And I think that as people get into business more and more, we could all see that there are people who hit high levels of success in business, and some of them suck. But you're not one of those guys. I love what you're about as a man as well. Can we talk a little bit about the man behind the $1 billion business? And even if it's not there yet, I'm putting it out in the world for you, my friend, because I know it will be.
Thank
I'll be
you.
there
But like,
soon.
tell people about the genuine man you are. Just like, what's really important to you aside from this? Like family, like what are you excited about? Tell a little bit more.
Dude, my family's everything. When I was growing up, so we're immigrants, and we came to Australia when I was 10 years old. My father, his qualifications weren't recognized, so he had to go, and we had a recession in 1991. So he had no job for the first year. So we lived a great life where we came from. We came here, and we had nothing. And so my dad said, I have to go work. I need to build us back up. Age of 38, to sacrifice a very good life to come to another country and start from scratch. Tons of honor there for my father. So he used to go to work at 4 in the morning. He'd come home at 7. He'd work until 10, and that he just study to upgrade. Now he's very successful. He's retired, but that work ethic showed me that you need to do anything and everything for your family, for your legacy, for your bloodline. My father wasn't around when I was a kid because he was working. I made sure, and I made a decision in my 20s that I would always be there for my kids. My kids are upstairs right now, they're sleeping, but they see me every day. I take them to school every day. Nothing will interrupt my time with my children. And because the time that we have with our kids is so limited, we only have until they're 18, and then that's 90% of the time we'll ever get to spend with them. So that's my kids, my wife, my family. That's the most important thing. Businesses. I know the struggle that businesses go through. I built another business, and it's called Business Authorities. The reason I built that is because in the space of 3 months, I had 3 separate friends commit suicide. And I was like, what the hell, man? One conversation could have changed their trajectory. One of the guys, he had 500 people at his funeral. He didn't realize how impactful his life was. And to do that, it's insane. Like, not insane, but you know what I mean. Like, it's the worst thing that a man can ever decide to do, and woman. But I'm speaking from my own personal experience, right? And so I ran this event, and it's called Business Authorities. And I said, hey guys, we're charging $1,000. Whoever wants to come can come. And there's no pitches, there's nothing to sell you. By the time you leave this event, you will have a blueprint of how to grow and scale your business. And everybody said, who are you to charge $1,000? That's Tony Robbins. Blah 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 blah. I said, well, guys, it's worth it. If you want to come, come. If you don't want to come, don't come. I don't really care. This is what we're doing. So we sold out in I can't remember. It was like 5 days or a week, something like that. We sold out. We had 150 people show up. 3 years later, that 150 people turned into 3,000 entrepreneurs. So we had 3,000 entrepreneurs, a beautiful community. Everybody, and the whole ethos is everybody helps everybody. And so this community is just thriving. Then COVID came, and I'm not a guy who sits behind a computer. It's funny because now I am. But when COVID came, I just needed to be my business. It was all people. Like, I love people. I love being in the office, meeting people, shaking hands, all that kind of stuff. And then everybody said, bring the community online. I was like, no, I'm not going to bring it online. But the community is making a comeback next year. So come January, we're going to restart all those events. We're going to be doing it in Australia. We're going to be doing it in America. So empowering business owners to be their best, to reach their potential. That's what I love doing. And if we do that, we can leverage through technology. We can leverage through relationships. We can, introductions. Vin, that's how you and I met.
Yeah.
People are just introducing other people to amazing people. And by meeting amazing people, you click within seconds. You vibrate at the same frequency. You know why you're here and that you're here to make an impact in the world. And we're all aware of how short our life is. And so we might as well use it and spend that time with quality people. It's not about the money. Anybody who says, money doesn't make you happy has not given enough away. We have a joke between my wife and I make it, she gives it away, right? And she's building well. She's run communities where she's always giving, and it's just beautiful to see. And she's happy, and she can do that. And we're privileged to be able to do that. So, yeah, anybody who thinks money doesn't make you happy has not given enough away.
I love that.
My kids, dude, I think I shared the story with you, Vin. Every Sunday, so my wife and my daughter, they will go, they have their quality girl time, and me and my son, we have our guy time, right? And so we go for a walk, and we're walking in the shopping center, and we get a juice. It's our ritual. We get a juice, and then we walk around and we talk. My son's 8 years old, so we're walking, and we sit down to get our juice, and he's doing this. His head's bobbing, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm counting." I go, "What are you counting?" He goes, "There's 100 people getting juice." I go, "Okay." He goes, "You give me $7 a week pocket money." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "You paid $10 for my juice." I go, "Yes." He goes, 100 people bought the same juice for $10. I go, "Yes." He goes, "That business made $1,000 in 5 minutes." I said, "Yes." He goes, "How do I make $1,000 in 5 minutes?" I said, "Great question." So that was my little win. I was like, "Yeah, my son's going to be an entrepreneur." Woo-hoo!
I love that. We talk about that a lot in our podcast. Actually, pretty much every topic that you mentioned. The first thing is that you're absolutely right with your children. 90%. It's the first 18 years you see them every day. Then from 18 until you pass away, the average length is 1 year fully, right? Holidays occasionally, and it's sad. So it's definitely enjoys the time that you have with your kids as much as you can. I think that's one of the big benefits that we have as entrepreneurs, right? Time is the most valuable commodity that we have on this planet. So utilizing with your loved ones, the most important here.
Yeah.
Relationships and actually going and networking is a dying breed, right? Vin and I talk about this all the time that people are afraid, I think since COVID, of going to events and shaking hands and introduce yourself. But I never would have met Johan. I never would have met Vin if it wasn't for the connection that you guys made. And I think it's so crucial to go out there because you never know who you're going to meet. You never know who's going to benefit each other or your business or whatever it may be. It's so important to go out there and shake hands virtually or physically and just meet each other and see what you can do to help them. And I love that you put that position out there first too, is helping other people out there. I think that's the right mindset to have is to not be financially driven, is to be, what can I give you? How can I assist you? And yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's very
the great Jim Rohn, I think it was, who said, help people get to where they want to go, and you'll get what you want in return. So if you always put yourself last in business, you will win because you're making sure that other people get looked after. People will always remember how you made them feel. They'll forget what you said. They'll remember how you feel. They remember that vibe. And ours is, and it's throughout my entire company. It is, we are here to serve. We are here to help. And that one little bit of information that we can give that can change someone's life, that's what we want. And that's why we have a full transparency ethos across our company. We will share anything and everything. There's no secrets. You want to know, this is who we are. This is what we use. You want to know our technology? I'll tell you. Go recreate it if you like. I don't mind. It benefits everybody. So yeah.
It's the ideology and that we really kind of hold sacred here, and that's part of why like you fit on this podcast. You fit in a lot of places, Johan, especially Shane's heart apparently. But the biggest thing is that we always preach like chase value. And the more and more people that we interview and the more conversations we have respectively, it is always the through and through thread is that when we talk to enough people and they say, well, what made you successful? They always say, well, I was just focused on seeing how I could provide more and more and more value because money chases value. And that's the funny thing. The successful people chase value and money follows them. And it's always the unsuccessful people that chase money. And funny enough, money isn't actually chasing if you're not providing the thing for it to chase, right? So when you chase money, it goes further away because money's running towards something else that you have yet to obtain. So I really love, your personal mission. I love your desire to be an amazing father. I love what you're doing. I love that you're so multifaceted, so much so that we couldn't even cover everything you're doing. Like how you've also made apparently 10,000 board games. Like maybe not that many, but I'm not going to count. So we love the aspects of you, Johan. And, we're getting towards the end here. And I really want to ask this question because it's super, super important. And it is our, ethos of we believe that being somebody who lives a 1% lifestyle is not just being a billionaire. We believe it really is how you can show up the best and most powerful in anything and everything you do. And you probably already said it to some degree on this podcast, but our question to you is, what does it mean for you to live your 1% life? How would you sum that up?
Be able to do what I want, when I want, with who I want. That's the greatest gift that you can ever have. To do it on your terms. When I told everybody, when I'm gone, play It's My Life by Bon Jovi, because I did it. I did it my way. It's the greatest gift to be able to be on this planet, to be able to do what you want without any restrictions. And that doesn't mean going like one of my friends. He's got all the supercars, the yachts, but he doesn't have freedom here. We're humans. We're meant to create. And the board games aspect. This is I just get to build whatever I want to build, and it's so fulfilling to be able to sit down and create. And all we're doing every day is creating. And when you're creating, you're fulfilled.
I love it. Well, Johan, first up, that was a great answer, and I deeply appreciate it. Number 2, connect me with your friend who clearly needs a coach. And number 3, hang around for a minute after the podcast. I want to make sure that Shane can set something up with you, a right and proper date, and we'll have another quick little chat. But before you go, please, lastly, tell everyone. You said it before, but for anyone who might have missed it or whatever, where can they find you? How can they get in touch? How can they get your stuff? And for the events you're going to start launching, mention that too. Is there a way people can get involved in these events, join the community? Like, tell us everything, where they can find you and how to do it.
Yeah, for sure. So reach me, Johan, at Comet, COMETSUITE.com. You can look me up on Facebook. That's my most active social platform. The community of business owners is businessauthorities.com. My company is whitelabelsuite.com. My co-founder, Walt Bayless, is an absolute genius. He loves building all the coolest stuff. And every day I walk in and he's like, hey, guess what else I built? I'm like, dude, that's amazing. Let's go get it out there. So without him, I couldn't be where I am right now. And he's the greatest gift that I've ever gotten. So that's pretty much it. Hit me up on Facebook. That's where you can just message me. I'll reply. I'm pretty social there. And any other questions? I'm all good. And guys, thank you so much. It's been an honor and a blessing to be here.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. I think a lot of people gained a lot of value. I think this is going to go viral. If not, I'm going to spend a ton of money if this goes viral, but everybody can see it. So your business thrives from this because it needs to happen. Thank you so much. Vin, you want to close this out?
Yes, sir. Johan, thank you so much for being here. Everybody, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know when you're buying his product and how much money you've made from it. And as always, tune in next time to another episode of The 1%. For now, I'm your host, Vin, and
I'm Shane.
See you, everybody.